Hey guys, it's your boy Voldo, and I'm here to talk about Voldo. Essentially, the character that kind of inspired me under my username and end of hiding games. But before we go there, I'm just gonna kind of preface this with we're gonna just basically do an analysis of what we've seen for Voldo and talk about really the differences between this Voldo and previous Voldos. Returning moves, changing moves, new mechanics, and stuff like that that are going to impact Voldo's gameplay. So, initially, the first thing I want to say first is this Voldo looks very much like Soulcalibur, like 4 Voldo, and less of the Soulcalibur 5 Voldo. But we still don't know commands, so that's kind of a big deal. We don't know everything. We don't know the move list. We've seen a lot of moves. In fact, there is a gameplay up on IGN right now that we're going to run through right after we look at this trailer. But let's get right into it. So, let's see. Okay.
Voldo.
Might be a bit too loud. Here we go. Okay. So, cool new intro right there. So now that's one of the first moves I want to talk about. Now that move is a front turned. Well, let's just say this: during Manchus Stance, Voldo's Manchus Stance A, which is the move you just saw, that move will actually, first off, it gets that stun, but you'll notice that actually it puts him in the behind stance Mantis stance right after. What's really cool about that move, and we don't know frame data and stuff like that, is that you can essentially use it to go from front turn to back turn Mantis stance. This is such a big deal. One of the things in Soul Calibur that's been a problem for Voldo in Soul Calibur 4, and really 5, but 5 I don't really like to count, is that Voldo had a hard time going into Mantis stance where the front of his claws would hit the opponent low, because in Soul Calibur 4, if I'm not mistaken, whenever you did the scurry, which is where you run across the ground, and we'll look at that in a second, the low hit the low hit only works in the hitbox of his hands, not in the hitbox of his feet. But actually, that has changed as well, but we'll get there when we get there. But this is a sick move. It's got a nice arc here, and so on and so forth. But let's check it out. So that's the AN Mantis stance. That there was the Wall Rising B back turned. So back turned Wall Rising B has been changed. Without crumble stunning, it will actually launch the opponent over Valdo's head on counter hit. Now, not on counter hit, it does just kind of knock them down, and it does hit grounded like it did in Soul Calibur 4 and 5. So that's pretty cool. So what else it will do is it'll allow you to get a 1A off like this. Now 1A is sick because here with 1A, that 1A actually allows you to pick up the opponent like the original 1B used to do. Now, I don't know if it still does it, and the move is still in the game. I don't know if the command has changed, but that 1A allows Voldo to essentially catch opponents rolling, which it before 1B had a hard time doing that. The new 1A allows you to catch opponents rolling, and it doesn't look like it requires a special hitbox. Like 1B required you to be kind of symmetrical with the opponent when hitting them with 1B so that it could pick them up. So this is a really cool move, a new cool option for Voldo to use for opponents who roll his attacks. Nice. And then the umbrella that is still in the game. So now this is a new move. Never seen this move before. So I don't know what that is. Pretty cool though. Nice range. Voldo kind of steps forward. Looks like he definitely is tech ducking there, and then he's gonna go for this wide sweeping attack that is likely unsteppable as always. Now, the move right after it is the I want to say it's 2A plus B or A plus B. It was a 3-hit series in Soul Calibur 2, that one. But it's been changed because now instead of those 3 hits, it's like it's 2 hits. Now there might be variations for it that we don't know about, so on and so forth, but that is exactly what that is. And then it's also missing a move because that second hit I believe is a Soul Calibur 4 move, but that's irrelevant. Anyways, that's a really cool move, and I believe it's just coming out of his. It's hard to tell actually what he does after this. Yeah, that move, it does come out of Mantis. I know this for a fact. That move can come out of Mantis stance. So essentially he can do that out of Mantis instead of the horizontal that we talked about first. So it does give him kind of 2 options. How safe this is, I don't know. This move has always been particularly unsafe. Don't get this move confused with his 2A plus B, which is still in the game from Soul Calibur 4. And then it has this 44K here. It run 44K. That move is quite good in this game in the air and off this particular lethal hit. It causes a sliding knockdown. Now, lethal hits in this game are special critical hits, or counter hits, I'm sorry, that can occur based on essentially there are certain properties that have to be met. I don't fully understand it yet. If I do, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, in some situations on a special counter hit of the sorts, you can get these slow-mo moments that allow you to combo off differently. Okubo did tell us that um, moves like that do have a longer, I guess, like your opponent still is in slow-mo, but you're not quite, so you have more frames to react. So there is a there are combos in that particular situation that are completely like newly unlocked and stuck behind that feature. So it's pretty cool. I wonder if there's going to be a little more balance between that, but we'll get there when we get there. Now, this is a big deal. So this is cool. So when Voldo is back turned, his biggest weakness was back grabs. That was pretty annoying because back grabs did a shit ton of damage. And that was just generally kind of an annoying thing. Now that he can use his new B plus G, which is everyone's new mechanic where they can kind of it's like an auto block mechanic. When you hold it, it will block high, mids, lows, and it will also block grabs. Now, the cool thing about this is that it allows Voldo to have a new, like an addition to dealing with back grabs by now using this instead of ducking, which is kind of risky. But this, not to say that this isn't risky, because this particular mechanic does have counterplay, but that's not what this video is about. I just like that this is a new option. Now, this is the only time in this video that you will see Voldo do a Cagliostro rush, but it is confirmed that it is coming back, and he does do it in his back step animation after hitting a B plus G, like that. And that's a cool new move. Now, this is his, oh shit, 6B, I think, or I think, sorry, I'm not sure if I remember this move, but this is 6B, and it is a 6B hold, and it has all 3 hits. So it'll hit, and then boom, boom, and then it'll hold it. And that's A plus B right there. Now, you're going to see it later on in this video, but what Voldo is doing there is A plus B. And in the move list in the past, it always says that, you know, sometimes when you do this move, it'll perform the extra rolls in the air that go up and down. Now, we're going to see some really cool shit that someone does in a video that I will show you. But this particular move here is actually quite powerful because they bring back A plus B. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going too fast. Manchus Stance, A plus B, and then G. So you'll do that quick roll that he does here. That. And then you can cancel it before you do this crazy shenanigans here, which allows you to kind of hit with a mix-up. Because in Voldo's situation where he's crawling at you, he has the option for 66 out of Mantis Crawl. So when he's here, he can use Mantis Crawl, or he can use Mantis Crawl, or he can use that A plus B, which is a mid. So that's pretty cool, and you can also cancel it after hitting with it instead of standing right back up, essentially covering him and allowing him to kind of mix you up over and over. But I'll show you that in a moment. Anyways, now this is not very confirmed because I don't quite understand this mechanic yet. But Voldo's Soul Charge, I believe, enhances mostly his ability to go into Landfish. I think that's what it's called. It's when he's on the ground and he has the, the worm move. But a lot of these moves are enhanced by Soul Charge, is what it looks like. I don't quite know for sure, but whenever you see this flash, that is a move enhanced by Soul Charge. So that move, which unfortunately I don't quite remember that move. I think it's back turned 44k. But yeah. And then that move where he switches between his legs and his arm during Landfish, that's K, that's back, and now that gets a grounded stun. So if your opponent is grounded when you hit him with that move, it will stun them, giving you a guaranteed B. Now that BBB, which is the like worm type move, has been changed a little bit, as it looks like, where it will hit 2 times, and then the 3rd time will be a guard breaker. In Soulcalibur 5, all 3 were guard breakers when you Brave Edged it, and then in basic Soulcalibur 4 through 2, 1 through whatever, none of them were guard breakers, they were all just normal hits. That's pretty cool. And then this is his critical finish, and this is so sick. So cool. So, more importantly, we have seen kind of the trailer. He looks really cool. I'm super excited, but there's actually more to see. So, this is some gameplay from IGN. Now, Before we go into this, I did say a lot of the things that are going to occur in this video earlier, but we'll just kind of run back through them. So something cool that happens here.
How's this?
That's loud. Sorry, guys. So this is really cool. Now, when Voldo uses Soul Charge, his stance will go the opposite of what he's in. If he's faced forward, it will put him backwards. If he's faced backwards, he will go forward. Now, what's the point of this? Well, a lot of it has to do with obviously his character. That's his trait. That's his thing. But what's cool about this is that if Voldo is in a predicament where, let's say, let's see. Not only is this a get off me move, but it could be an advantageous moment for you to go in front or back turned based on the situation. So I don't know how to feel about this yet because sometimes I just want to use Soul Charge and I don't want to change my stance, but who knows? This could be excellent. This could be weird. This could just be an annoying thing that's in his kit. I don't know. Maybe, hell, maybe there's even a way to not do it. I don't know. But anyways, we'll move on. So there is a Super Freak. That is confirmed to return. That is A plus K in any direction. And as is before, you can hold the A plus K to kind of come back. That's his B plus K back turned. It gets you that lethal hit, which is pretty sick. And there's that move in action. So good. It's grounded. It is that B plus K with the lethal hit. We still haven't seen Blind Assault, which is his butt attack. Yeah, Super Freak, like I was telling you. Now this is cool. Now this is a guard breaker now. So now the shit, is it? I think it's B plus K when you're in Manchus Stance. This particular move, the hump, as most people will call it. That move I believe is a guard breaker. Now that's the blue effect that you're seeing. It looks so cool. Here it is. So yeah, and it does tech duck mids, some mids, so it's pretty cool. Still gives you the launcher.
Victory goes to the last one standing.
And oh yeah, that's something else I wanted to point out. You'll notice that he does the A plus B roll, and then guard, and then he'll cancel it here. Which is pretty sick. So there is something else I wanted to show. Oh yeah, that's something else that's pretty cool. So Voldo's Wall Rising A plus, shit, I think it's just Wall Rising B right there. Yeah, that. Wall Rising B from Soulcalibur 2 is back. It does get lethal hit, it does get counter hit, so it is going to be another way to get those combos in. It has always kind of been his way to get combos in Soulcalibur 2. That was his best bread and butter, did start from that move, if I'm not mistaken. And so, yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. I'm glad to see that move is back. The old Wall Rising B wasn't exactly the best at its slow startup frames, but this move is fast as shit, dude. Check this out. It's a fast move. You can't tell me that's not fast. Check this. Boom. So nice. But yeah, there's also a moment where it lethal hits. That was him going for the 2A plus B that was added, which is pretty cool. His guard impact still has the same animation as it did in all the other Soulcaliburs, which is nice. That's that 1K, back turned. So there's a lot of cool recognizable moves here. Now one thing I want to talk about though is 66B. I haven't seen it used just frame wise, so it looks like the just frame might be still gone. Soulcalibur 5, they removed it. It never was present until Soulcalibur 4. So Soulcalibur 4 was when that just frame was introduced. If I'm not mistaken, it might be 3, but I'm sure it's 4. I love that just frame. It's really cool. It's not like it was anything crazy, but it was just cool to have a just frame that was like doable. But yeah. Ouch. Yoshi looks cool too. Probably do a video on Yoshi, but he wasn't exactly someone I was very well versed in. And so there's Super Freak again. Now that's what I wanted to see. So you see this here. Voldo is able to do a hit on the front of his legs here. This hitbox used to never do anything, and that was really frustrating. And I think I don't know what this is. It might be a mid. It may not be a low. I want it to be a low, but it's probably a mid. So it is a bit of a mind game in itself. If your opponent is not aware of how that works, it'll be quite confusing. But it's really nice to have that because it adds an option to Voldo in that particular stance. So that's really nice. And that's really nice little non-counter hit combo there. The Manchus Stance A into B, or Wall Rising B back turned, which is pretty cool. And that is this. Boom, boom. Gives you that sliding knockdown on non-counter hit. That's the 2A, which used to be like 1A. And Soulcalibur 2, which is nice. 22B is back. It's that ground stun, which is really nice to see. And look at that, dude. Look at that. Look at and that guard impact. I see. I don't know if this. I think this did guard impact here. So it always has though. I believe it has since Soulcalibur 3. Definitely in 4. Gives it that, and look at that sexy combo. That Wall Rising be putting in the work. Look at that. But it's super cool. Nice. And then it's this wall stun, or this grounded stun. Go into that. Boom. Look at that. Look at that transition. What a threat, dude. What a fucking threat. I'm in love. So, yeah, pretty cool. Now, what else do we have here? And we still have my favorite win animation. Boom. Check this out. Boom, boom. I love that. That's so cool. So, yeah, guys, as you can probably tell, I'm fanboying pretty hard over this because he is my character. He's so awesome. And here's Talim. Just a heads up. This is probably a video for itself. I like Talim, but I don't like Talim. She's always been historically quite bad. And, well, in Soulcalibur 4, she was pretty... A lot of characters were pretty bad in Soulcalibur 4. A lot of characters were not very good. Her and Zasmel, especially. But now she heals, which is really weird. And you'll probably see this here. If she gets her special up, she will actually heal. That's cool. Although I don't like the hitbox on that. So his back turn version looks really good. His back turn B plus D. But you'll notice this forward version of it is just like stubby as fuck. And it's something I don't like. So check this. Super stubby. Like I don't even know what that hitbox is. So yeah, there's talent. It's a nice little B&B there. That's 4B. That's Gravedigger. Well, the start of it. Ooh, that's still high. Trash. There's the lethal hit on the Rising B, if it's still Rising B. And it's quite a bit of buddy mashing, but that's the 4A coming in the clutch. And this is it. Oh man, that is trolly. He does it a lot more later too. So there it is, super freaking Mantis. A plus BG, A plus BG. It's beautiful. Oof. That's that Roblox oof right there, my guys. Damn. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And so, like, there's the, and look at that. That's so sick. And then, oh, that's something else that's pretty cool. So Death Rose, which was like, I don't know, 4A plus B, I think, now comes out of the 44A. Or is it just 4A? I don't remember. But that's that right there. So it comes out of that 4A or 44A. I don't quite remember. So that's pretty cool. I thought Death Rose was a weird standalone move, but it might have some value when attached to that 4A, which was also a weird standalone move. And then we'll go Soul Charge, so we'll go back turned. And there it is. Look at that. So I didn't notice that earlier. So it looks like back turn B plus K has guard break properties, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is. Guard break property still gives you a stun on hit. It's pretty cool. Happy Prancing Kick, that 4K. Damn, and that's another move I wanted to talk about. You'll notice here that Voldo, that gray, or that light underneath him, whenever he does that, 66A I think is what it was, that dive that he does, right here. Boom. That move, it was always quite good, but I think it was like a high. It was kind of a slow start up, although it does like jump over quite a bit. It's quite good, but it looks like it might be exclusive to Soul Charge, or it's enhanced through Soul Charge. I'm not sure. So there it is. So you gonna get this one? Yep, Jesus Christ. That launch. So look at her health bar when she does this. Boom. And then she just like subtly heals health back. Like what the fuck, dude? Weird. I don't know, healing in fighting games, whatever, I guess. There's that BB 4B. 66K is still in the game, super nice. So yeah. Um but yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling, guys. It's been fun. Now there's a lot of cool stuff to cover, a lot of stuff I probably missed. But yeah, it's just some beautiful stuff to finally see my guy back in the game. Um but if anything, guys, if you have any questions or even want to know anything about this, let me know. I've been playing Voldo forever, and I mean, maybe I'm a little bit rusty on some of the commands, but definitely one of my favorites. So please, guys, just if you have anything to say, please put it in the comments. I know you guys are probably used to me putting out Path of Exile content, and if you're even getting this far in the video, this may fall on deaf ears, but I'm still making that. I'm just going to be kind of focusing on this as well. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun, guys. Let me know how you feel about the new characters. Tell me about Soulcalibur in the comments, and thanks again.